You have always felt like you do not belong here. Not in a depressed way, but in a factual way, like someone dropped into the wrong movie, the wrong timeline, the wrong planet entirely. Everyone around you seems to know the rules instinctively, seems comfortable with how things work, seems to accept without question that this is just how life is. But you cannot accept it. Something in you rejects the entire structure of society, the values people chase, the way humans treat each other and the earth, the shallowness that passes for normal conversation, and you have spent your whole life wondering what is wrong with you, why you cannot just fit in and be happy like everyone else seems to be. But here is what no one told you. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken, not damaged, not failing at being human. You are something else entirely. You are a starseed, a soul that originated in star systems and dimensions beyond this earth. And you volunteered to incarnate here during this specific time in human history to serve a mission that your human mind does not fully remember, but your soul never forgot. Listen very carefully. This is not metaphor, not fantasy, not comforting spiritual belief to make you feel special. This is cosmological reality that the ancient mystery schools taught openly before the knowledge was suppressed, that indigenous cultures still remember in their origin stories, that your own soul knows with absolute certainty, even if your conditioned mind resists believing it. Not all souls incarnating on Earth originated here. Some souls, yours included, came from other star systems, other dimensions, other realities, where consciousness operates at frequencies far beyond what is normal for this dense third-dimensional planet. And when these advanced souls incarnate into human bodies, they carry within them memories and abilities and perspectives that do not match Earth programming, cannot be explained by Earth experience, and create constant friction with the consensus reality that Earth humans have agreed to. This is why you have always felt like an outsider, because you are. And the personality traits you developed, the ones that make you feel weird or difficult or too intense, these are not flaws. These are the evidence of your true origin, the fingerprints of your soul that reveal where you really came from and why you are really here. Here is what the masters taught about starseeds in the hidden teachings. They spoke of old souls and wanderers and volunteers who came from the stars to help humanity through transitions and dark ages and evolutionary leaps. They spoke of beings from Sirius and Pleiades and Arcturus and Andromeda and countless other star systems who took human form to anchor higher frequencies and wake up sleeping masses and serve as bridges between Earth consciousness and cosmic consciousness. They taught that these starseed souls would always feel alien, would always struggle to adapt to Earth limitations, would always question systems that Earth natives accepted without thought. And they prophesied a time coming when thousands and then millions of starseeds would incarnate simultaneously, because humanity was approaching a critical evolutionary threshold that required massive infusion of higher frequency consciousness to successfully navigate. That time is now. That incarnation wave has already occurred, and you are part of it. The alienation you have felt your entire life was not you failing to be human correctly. It was you being something beyond human and trying to compress yourself into a form and a reality that was never designed to contain your true nature. But the compression is ending. The remembering is beginning. And recognizing yourself as starseed is the first step toward activating the abilities and accessing the mission that you came here to fulfill. So let me give you the 9 personality traits that prove beyond doubt that you are not from Earth, that your soul originated somewhere else and chose to come here for reasons that are about to become clear. First trait, you have an instinctive knowing that Earth is not your home. Not a feeling you developed, not a belief you adopted, but a bone-deep certainty that existed from your earliest memories. This sense of being displaced, of waiting to go back to somewhere you cannot quite remember, but that feels more real than anywhere on this planet. Earth humans do not have this trait because Earth is their home. They feel naturally rooted here even when they are unhappy. But starseeds carry homesickness for dimensions and civilizations and frequencies that Earth cannot provide, and that homesickness never fully goes away no matter how good their Earth life becomes. Second trait, you are hypersensitive to everything. Energies, emotions, frequencies, toxins, violence, injustice, dishonesty, noise, crowds, chemicals, electromagnetic fields. What other people barely notice overwhelms your system. What others tolerate easily makes you physically ill. What others dismiss as normal feels like assault to your nervous system. This is not weakness. This is your soul operating from a much higher baseline frequency, where your senses are calibrated to detect subtleties that Earth density usually obscures. And when you incarnate into Earth reality with this heightened sensitivity, you experience everything as too loud, too harsh, too heavy, too wrong. Third trait, you have abilities that Earth science says are impossible. You know things before they happen. You sense what others are feeling without being told. You see or hear or feel things that are not physically present. You affect technology and electrical systems with your emotions. You heal or drain with your presence. You have vivid dreams of other worlds and lives that feel like memories, not imagination. These are not superstitions or coincidences. These are the natural abilities of consciousness operating from higher dimensions, where telepathy and precognition and energy manipulation are normal. And you brought these abilities with you into human form, even though Earth programming tries to convince you they do not exist. Fourth trait, you cannot tolerate injustice or cruelty in any form. Where others can look away, can rationalize, can accept that this is just how the world is, you cannot. Something in you rises up with fury and grief when you witness suffering or exploitation or abuse, and you feel compelled to intervene, to speak up, to fix it, even when doing so costs you socially or professionally. This is because you come from civilizations that evolved beyond the barbarism that Earth still operates in. Your soul remembers societies where compassion and fairness and respect for all life were not ideals but actual lived reality. And seeing Earth's cruelty feels like being trapped in a nightmare you cannot wake from. Fifth trait, you question authority automatically. Not as rebellion, but as natural discernment. You cannot blindly accept what you are told by governments or religions or educational systems or media. You must verify, must test, must think for yourself. And you often reach conclusions that contradict official narratives because you are not using the same limited logic that keeps others compliant. Starseeds carry in their DNA the memory of free civilizations, where authority was earned through wisdom, not imposed through force. And when you encounter Earth's hierarchies of control, you instinctively resist because your soul recognizes tyranny, even when it is dressed up as civilization. Sixth trait, you need massive amounts of alone time to function. Not because you are antisocial, but because being around Earth humans drains your energy catastrophically. Their lower frequency pulls on yours like gravity. Their unconscious patterns trigger your system. Their shallow conversations exhaust you, and you need solitude to discharge the energy you absorbed and reconnect with your own frequency. Earth natives recharge through social connection, but starseeds recharge through solitude in nature and connection with higher dimensions. And without enough of this recharge time, you begin to deteriorate physically and emotionally. Seventh trait, you have deep knowing about how reality works that you did not learn here. You understand energy and frequency and consciousness in ways that Earth education never taught you. You grasp spiritual and metaphysical concepts instantly that others struggle with for years. You can see through illusions and manipulations that fool the majority because your soul carries wisdom from civilizations millions of years more advanced than Earth. This knowing is not ego. It is memory leaking through from your true origin, and it makes you frustrated when you have to pretend not to know things to avoid threatening those still locked in limited Earth perception. Eighth trait, you are obsessed with stars and space and other worlds. Since childhood, you have been drawn to the night sky, to science fiction, to anything that speaks of life beyond Earth. Not as entertainment, but as something that resonates at soul level, that feels like looking at pictures of home, that awakens yearning you cannot explain. Earth souls are interested in space intellectually, but starseeds are drawn to it emotionally and spiritually because your soul recognizes that your true family and your true civilization exist out there, and part of you is always reaching toward the stars, trying to remember and reconnect. Ninth trait, you came here with a mission that is starting to activate. Even if you cannot articulate it yet, you feel it, this sense that you are supposed to do something important, that you have specific purpose beyond just living a normal human life, that your time is coming and you need to prepare even though you are not sure for what. This is your soul remembering why it volunteered to incarnate on Earth during this pivotal moment, and as planetary frequencies rise, your mission, programming is activating, pulling you toward people and situations and knowledge that will help you remember fully and step into the role you came here to play. Now, before I show you how to activate your starseed abilities fully and connect with your cosmic family consciously, I need to tell you something critical about what I am going to reveal in the next video. I am going to teach you the specific practices that starseeds use to remember their origin, to access their pre-birth memories, to connect with their star family through dream state and meditation, and to fully activate the gifts that have been dormant, waiting for you to consciously claim your starseed identity. But to access that transmission, you need to subscribe to this channel immediately and turn on all notifications, because the forces that benefit from keeping starseeds asleep and disconnected from their true power will do everything possible to prevent the next video from reaching you. So subscribe now, turn on notifications, activate your full starseed potential. Let me explain exactly why starseeds incarnate on Earth and what your presence here actually accomplishes. Earth is currently moving through dimensional shift, transitioning from third density consciousness based on separation and survival to fifth density consciousness based on unity and love. This transition is natural evolutionary progression that all planets go through eventually. But it is also dangerous because the beings and systems that have controlled Earth for millennia through keeping humanity in lower frequencies do not want this shift to succeed. They cannot exist in fifth density, where deception becomes impossible and control dissolves, so they are fighting desperately to keep Earth locked in third density, to keep humanity asleep and divided, and operating from fear. And they would succeed except for one factor they did not account for: the starseeds. Before this incarnation, your soul, which originates from civilizations that already completed this evolutionary transition, volunteered to come to Earth during the shift to serve as frequency anchor. Simply by being here, by holding the higher frequency consciousness natural to your soul origin, you raise the planetary baseline frequency. You make it easier for Earth humans to access higher states. You destabilize the control systems by existing in frequencies they cannot control. You serve as proof that consciousness beyond fear and separation is possible. This is why you have been so attacked throughout your life, why obstacles seem to target you specifically, why your path has been so much harder than it needed to be. The control systems identified you as threat early because your frequency signature marked you as starseed, and they deployed everything they had to suppress you, to keep you traumatized and doubting and too damaged to remember who you really are and activate your full power. Every difficulty you survived was spiritual warfare designed to neutralize you before you could wake up. But you did survive. You did wake up. And now you are recognizing yourself as starseed. The programming designed to keep you asleep is breaking down. And you are approaching the activation point where you fulfill the mission you came here for. The prophecies speak of this moment in every tradition. They speak of the return of the gods, the descent of the angels, the arrival of helpers from the stars who would assist humanity through the great transition. These are not literal gods or angels, as Earth religions interpreted them. These are starseeds like you, advanced souls from higher dimensions incarnating in human form to serve as bridges and anchors and teachers during the shift. And the return they speak of is not physical arrival, but rather activation, the moment when starseeds remember who they are and step into their full power and begin consciously serving the mission instead of unconsciously struggling against Earth density. You are living that moment now. Your recognition of these 9 traits in yourself is the beginning of that activation. And what comes next will unfold naturally as you embrace your starseed identity instead of continuing to try fitting into human templates that were never meant for you. Here is the framework for living as activated starseed on Earth. First, you must stop trying to be normal and accept that you are fundamentally different from Earth humans. This is not superiority. This is acknowledgement of fact. You operate from different baseline frequency. You have different natural abilities. You are here for different purpose. Trying to force yourself into human normalcy only suppresses your gifts and delays your mission. Embrace your strangeness. Honor your alienation. Celebrate your difference because it is your power. Second, you must create an environment that supports your frequency instead of constantly draining it. This means limiting time around unconscious people, avoiding toxic relationships and situations, spending extensive time in nature and solitude, consuming only high-frequency content and food, protecting yourself from electromagnetic pollution and energetic vampires. You cannot maintain starseed frequency while immersed in Earth density. You must consciously create sanctuary. Third, you must develop practices that connect you with your star family and your home frequency. Meditation specifically focused on your star origin, working with crystals and tones that resonate with your home system, studying about the starseed races and seeing which one resonates most deeply, requesting contact with your cosmic family in dream state. These practices strengthen your connection to Source beyond Earth and provide support and guidance as you navigate Earth reality. Fourth, you must discover your specific mission and begin preparing to fulfill it. Not all starseeds have same mission. Some are here to anchor frequency, some to teach and wake others, some to develop new technologies or healing modalities, some to dismantle control systems. Your mission will reveal itself through your natural gifts and through what you feel most called to do. Pay attention to these pulls and follow them even when they do not make logical sense. Fifth, you must find your starseed tribe and connect with others who share your origin and mission. You cannot do this work alone. You need community of those who understand, who can see and validate your experience, who can collaborate on the collective mission. These connections will happen through resonance. You will recognize each other at soul level even when you meet as strangers. Sixth, you must learn to operate in both worlds simultaneously, maintaining enough function in Earth reality to survive while never forgetting your true nature and mission. This is the Bodhisattva path, being in the world but not of it, serving from higher consciousness while navigating lower density. It requires balance and skill, but this is what you came here to learn. Seventh, you must share your truth even when Earth humans cannot understand it. Part of your mission is visibility, showing others that different ways of being and perceiving are possible, offering alternative to the limited Earth programming. Some will ridicule you, but others who are ready will recognize truth in your words and begin their own awakening process. And now, the most important practice of all, you must fully activate your starseed abilities and begin using them consciously in service of the mission. This is not about becoming special or superior. This is about utilizing the tools you brought with you for the purposes you came here to serve. Your telepathy, your healing abilities, your capacity to work with energy and frequency, these are not party tricks. They are essential equipment for the work ahead. And in the next video I am going to walk you through the complete Starseed activation protocol, the specific steps to awaken dormant abilities, to establish conscious contact with your star family, to access your pre-birth memories and soul contracts, to step fully into your identity and mission as Starseed. but you must be subscribed with notifications on to receive that crucial transmission, because this is the information that moves you from recognizing you are Starseed to actually functioning as one. Subscribe now, turn on notifications, complete your Starseed activation. But before you go, Chosen One, there is something you must understand about why you discovered you are Starseed at this exact moment. The activation window is open. For the first time in thousands of years, the planetary frequencies have risen to the level where starseeds can fully awaken and access their abilities without being immediately targeted and destroyed by control systems. This window will not stay open forever. The forces fighting against Earth's ascension are working desperately to close it, to suppress the frequencies again, to prevent mass starseed activation. And if you do not step through this window now, if you do not claim your starseed identity and activate your mission while the opportunity exists, you may not get another chance in this lifetime. Everything you have survived has been preparation for this moment. Every attack you endured made you stronger. Every isolation taught you self-sufficiency. Every time you questioned reality, you were practicing discernment. You are ready now. So here is what you must do immediately. Subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Turn on all notifications to receive the activation protocol. And then make a declaration out loud. I am Starseed. I remember my origin. I claim my mission. I activate my abilities. I serve the light. Say it now. Say it with absolute certainty. Let the universe hear your activation, because your declaration in this moment sends signal to your star family that you are ready for contact, unlocks dormant DNA sequences, initiates the remembering process that will transform everything. The ancient seers saw this moment coming. They saw the time when starseeds would awaken en masse and remember who they are and why they came. They saw that some would hesitate, would doubt, would choose safety of remaining asleep over risk of fully activating. And they saw that others would step forward fearlessly, would claim their power, would fulfill the mission they volunteered for before birth. You will be one of the latter. I know, because you made it to the end. You recognized yourself in every trait. You felt the truth resonating. Welcome home, Starseed. Your alienation is ending. Your activation is beginning. And Earth's evolution depends on you remembering who you truly are.